Welcome back to Balifo Park for episode 2 of our weekly review show here on our YouTube channel. It's been another busy week for the White Tigers with 2 games for the first team and an FA Youth Cup tie here for the under-18s. But first, we look back on last Saturday where the first team welcomed Hartley Wintney to Balifo Park. Looking for their first competitive win of the season at Balifo Park, City thought they had the lead inside 18 minutes. Rio Garside beat the offside trap before playing the ball across goal to Neal, who tapped into the empty net, but the offside flag controversially went up against the forward. Neal was then denied again, this time by an excellent save from the Hartley Wintney keeper Thomas Williams. In the second half, James Hammond was forced to push away a Kingsley Eshnu shot before yet more heroics from Williams. Conor Riley-Lowe found Neal at the back post, who looked certain to score, but again the keeper was on hand to prevent him, giving City the lead. There was a late scare for Truro as Eshnu cut inside and shot, but Hammond got down well to save, ensuring the game ended goalless. It was a very frustrating afternoon for Paul Watton and his White Tigers team here on Saturday after a goalless draw of Hartley Wintney. It's one of the most disappointed and frustrated of all those players was Andrew Rocky Neal, who we caught up with post-match. So Rocky, 0-0 draw with Hartley Wintney, element of frustration I can imagine after that one.
Yeah, definitely. I think the general atmosphere is disappointment around the changing room. They're the games we should be winning, they're the games we want to be winning if we want to be up there at the end of the season. So I think a lot of lads are feeling sorry for themselves, but we've got to dust ourselves off because we've got 1 day's rest and we go again Monday, so we've got to pick ourselves up and go again.
For you personally, you had the disallowed goal. I know a lot of people were a bit perplexed how that goal was disallowed, but that must have been quite frustrating for you.
Yeah, for me I felt like I was behind the ball, but I'll have to watch that on back and see. But yeah, obviously disappointing.
And you had a couple of chances in the game. I suppose you can't really do much more than the keeper's made 2 great saves to deny you.
Yeah, I've had a couple of good chances. Keeper's made some good saves. But yeah, we've got to be more ruthless. Definitely, myself included. We've got to be more ruthless, take those chances, and then the game's done and dusted, and we move on. So
for you, for just not just for yourself, but for the overall group, it is just an element of frustration at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, we want to be winning games like this. We should be winning games like this. So we're all disappointed.
So like even to have a clean sheet first on the pitch this season.
Well, like you say, I think the defence, Hammy's made some brilliant saves. We look solid for the most part. So that is the positive, to take the clean sheet and move on. But ultimately, I think we're all disappointed with 2 points dropped. But in hindsight, it's a clean sheet, first one for us, which is great. Hopefully, we can build on that, be a bit more ruthless at the other end, and start picking up 3 points.
Rocky Neal speaking there after the goalless draw here against Hartley Wintney. But there was no time to dwell on that performance for the White Tigers, who headed to Taunton Town on Bank Holiday Monday. In what was a much anticipated encounter, it was the Peacocks who struck first. Truro only half cleared a free kick and the ball fell to Geffen Hill, who expertly volleyed his side into the lead. City looked for an equaliser. Ryan Brett saw his effort agonisingly hit the post before things went from bad to worse for the White Tigers. Ed Palmer was shown a straight red card after being deemed to have led an aerial challenge with his elbow. Conor Riley-Lowe then superbly blocked a Toby Holmes shot to keep the score just 1-0 at the break. Into the second half, and despite being down to 10 men, Truro were dominating. That being said, Czech Diabate was forced to block a shot off the line. Up the other end, Tyler Harvey was then hacked down in the area and a penalty was awarded. He stepped up and fired low into the bottom left-hand corner to equalise. City were on top and only the crossbar prevented them from taking the lead following a Harvey free kick. But unfortunately, with minutes to play, it was heartbreak for Truro as Dan Sullivan scored to win his side all 3 points. A defeat on Bank Holiday Monday for the White Tigers at the hands of Taunton Town at the Signet Healthcare Stadium. But it was a valiant effort from Paul Watton's men, who spent 65 minutes with 10 men. We now hear from defender Shane White, who spoke after the game. Shane, at Taunton here this afternoon, 2-1 defeat, narrow defeat. Must be quite disappointing. You must be quite proud of the boys. Obviously, we've been down to 10 men for the majority of the game, but frustrating one.
Yeah, obviously, especially for a couple of us nervous, everyone want to come back here and lose, but I don't think we deserve to lose. I didn't see the red card, so I'm not going to speak about it. But I think with 10 men, we're the better team. Just for whatever reason, at the minute, it's just not going our way, or the ball's landing, they score, it's not landing for us. But it's not just luck. Obviously, we need to be a lot better. But I can't fault the lads' effort or work rate, or with 10 men for, I don't know, an hour, wasn't it, or 65 minutes or 70 minutes.
But when obviously you conceded the goal quite early on, 10 minutes in, and then the boys recovered quite well, really. Obviously had a chance, Ryan Brett hit the post, which was very unlucky. Do you think luck's almost an element that maybe we're just not getting much luck?
It is, but it's like a cliche, innit? Like you make your own luck. But I actually think we were better with 10 men. I think when we was 11 men, I don't think we started particularly well. It was only until we went to 10 men that I think we actually started passing the ball, started moving the ball. So sometimes that happens, like teams are better with 10 men than we are with 11, which makes no sense. But yeah, that was the case today. Just lick your wounds, don't you? And you just have to go again. Just got to wait now till Saturday, and then hopefully put it right on Saturday in the Cup.
You can clearly see you're like a bit frustrated, a bit down.
Yeah.
I can see, obviously, is it quite nice to have a break now from the league? Obviously, it's been a relentless start, really. It's playing a lot, and then the FA Cup almost quite a nice break.
I don't know, to be honest, I'd rather go straight back into a league game like tomorrow or in 2 days' time, just to, especially if you come off a loss, the quicker you can get back on it and like get a win, then you put that loss to bed and you get a win, you go on again. So now, obviously, it's a bit of a break, FA Cup, hopefully put a good performance on, and then I'm positive we'll get back to winning ways and we'll go on a good run in the league.
After a busy weekend, the first team have a week off before they take on Exmouth here in the FA Cup on Saturday. The under-18s were in action here on Wednesday night in the FA Youth Cup as they took on Elburton Villa under-18s. Truro's youngsters started the better of the two sides, and they got their deserved breakthrough midway through the first half. Oscar Marks superbly dribbled through the Elburton defence before firing into the bottom corner for 1-0. The young White Tigers added a second in the second half as an Elburton defender turned the ball into his own net. The visitors responded well and struck twice in 2 minutes to level the scores. Adam McPherson curled a shot into the corner before Ralphie Harrison saw a shot from the edge of the area beat Walters. City were then awarded a late penalty, which captain Caden Gordon-Dunn coolly slotted away to win the game for the White Tigers. So Paul Hurst, under-18s manager, 3-2 win over Elburton in the FA Youth Cup. Made hard work of that in the end, but you must be happy to get through.
Oh, delighted to get through. I think it was a good game, but a scrappy game in bits. They were a good side, Elburton Villa. You know, their front three were very good. You know, very quick. They were always a threat, and even at 2-0, as you saw, they scored 2 quick goals. But yeah, relieved that we got the penalty and Caden took it away. But you can. Don't want to make excuses because it's the same for all clubs. But you could see the number of players cramping up, and that just because of COVID and the lack of games that we've played. And training, it caught up with us.
And you had the good first half. Obviously, went in at half time, 1-0 up. Great finish from Oscar.
Very good.
And then second half, when you got the own goal, did you think oh, we can see the game out a little bit here? And then obviously the 2 goals must have been quite frustrating for you on the sidelines.
It was frustrating, and you do think, well, let's see the game out. But as I said, their front three, you know, they were a threat all night. You know, they're very, very quick. And the laddie on the left wing, it was a good goal. There's no disputing that. And the other guy, the number 9 that finished, should have been closed down. We let the ball bounce. It's frustrating, but fair play to our boys. They showed character to keep on going. The younger lads that we put on, they earned the penalty, and we're relieved at the end, to be fair.
And obviously Caden took the penalty really well, smashed it in, goalkeeper no chance, and to obviously manage to get through to the next round, which was the aim.
Absolutely. We thought it would be a tough game tonight, and I think Elburton Villa will be disappointed with the fact that they got beat, because they played a lot better in the second half than the first. I just think that the match fitness caught up with us a bit in the second half. And for both sides, really, because you could see the number of players going down with cramp, which normally doesn't happen.
And for you, I guess
I just wish they hadn't have all gone to Boardmasters. That's my thing. We lost 10 days then with everybody coming back with COVID, but hey,
boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys, and you can't blame them. They've been locked up for 18 months, so they're entitled to a bit of enjoyment.
Well, brilliant, Paul. Congratulations on the win, and all the best in the next round.
Thanks, Cameron. Cheers now.
Co-manager Paul Hurst speaking there after his side's FA Youth Cup tie with Elburton Villa here on Wednesday evening. That's all for episode 2 of our weekly review show. We'll be back next week with all the action and reaction from the Exmouth game in the FA Cup, as well as action from the Reserves League opener in the St Piran's League on Saturday against Hale. I've been Cameron Weldon, and thanks for watching.